I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to the Dice Tower. Today I'm talking about my top 10 favorite I Split You Choose games. Now, I Split You Choose is basically, hey, there's a piece of cake, we're both fighting over it. Okay, the best way to solve this is I'm the one who cuts it in half, but you get to pick which piece you want. This is an age-old solution to how to split something. The problem with this is it's not in enough games. Honestly, coming up with 10 of these was a little tricky, and some of these are going to be, sort of cousins to I Split You Choose. I really like this mechanism in games, though. I think it's a lot of fun when you put some stuff out there and let people pick it. You're the one splitting, but you're trying to make everything as equal as you can because you're the one who's going to pick last, usually. So here are my top 10 favorite I Split You Choose games. Number 10, Quarto. Okay, well, sort of, okay? Here's how Quarto works. You're trying to put a bunch of wooden objects. It's an abstract strategy game. Put them in a row and everything. I pick your piece. That's it. So here's the piece you put on the board. Then you give me the piece that I put on the board. And we go back and forth. Yes, this is I Split You Choose, sort of, but it does make the game very interesting. I'm trying to give you a piece that will mess you up or that you can't use effectively. I really think that's a cool idea. Number 9 is Dinosaur Island. Now, Dinosaur Island is the really big dinosaur game with lots of stuff going on. Dinosaur Island is a 2-player version. And then when I saw it, I was like, why do we need this? We already have Dinosaur Island, which can be played 2 players. But this is a very different game, and part of it is you're rolling dice and then attaching those dice to bonuses, and then the other player is picking first. So you don't want to put the best die with the best bonus because that's what they're going to take. So again, you got to try to make things as even as possible. Dinosaur Island. Number 8 is the game that everyone used to talk about when it came to this, and that's San Marco. From Alan Moon and Aaron Weisblum, this is a game about building bridges, architects, things like that, and you draw some cards, split them up, and let other people pick them. It's one of the more pure methodologies of doing this. The game itself has not stood the test of time as strongly. The game itself around that is good, but it's not one that I necessarily would hunt down now. But that mechanism makes it stand out in a crowd. Number 7 is Sunday Split. Sunday Split is a very simple version of this game, a card game when you're trying to collect various parts of Sundays, and you split them up, but some of them are face down. Ooh. And actually that does make, this is a very light game, but it does make it a lot of fun. Sunday Split. Number 6 is the Castles of Mad King Ludwig. In the Castle of Mad King Ludwig, you are getting some pieces each turn, and you are placing them at different prices. When people buy them, they pay you. So you're trying to put things that you know people will want at a price that they can afford and are willing to pay you. And then you're going to be able to buy one, but you're the last person and you pay the bank. And so maybe if you want to buy something cheap, you put it at the top, but someone else might want that same one. So again, it's kind of a cousin of the I Split You Choose mechanism, but I think it fits in this category and is a lot of fun. Number 5 is Tussie Mussy. So here we got a couple 2-player games. Tussie Mussy from Elizabeth Hargrave, best known for Wingspan. You get flowers and you're putting some cards out there, and I've split these. Which ones do you want? And then you do back to me, and you're collecting the different flowers, and whoever has each flower scores points for various things. It's a very simple 18-card game that works well. Number 4 is Hanami Koji. This game here is a game in which you control. It's forgetting the theme here about the different geishas. It's essentially just getting cards on your side, but you're constantly using abilities that say, "Here's 3 cards. I'm splitting them in a 2 and 1. Now you pick one." Or I have to give you cards and I keep some. You're constantly giving your opponent cards and things to do. You're constantly giving them choices. The I Split You Choose mechanism's not used in every action in this game, but it's used in a lot of them, and you're sitting there trying to think, what cards am I going to give my opponent? It's really well done. So Hanami Koji. Number 3, Cutterland. This is I Cut You Choose. Literally. You're taking a card and you're cutting it with scissors into different polyomino pieces, and then everyone else picks and you pick last. That's really cool. It does mean the game is going to have a limited number of plays, but there's enough things in there for you to cut and play for a long time. That's a neat idea. I like the idea of cutting up these pieces. It's very unique. It's one of the most unique I Split Choose games out there, and I think it's a lot of fun. That's Cutterland. Number 2 is Animals on Board. Each person has their own Noah's Ark. Trying to get animals. You only want pairs of animals because 3 or more, garbage. And so in this game, you are splitting groups. You're literally splitting, and then eventually someone will say, all right, I'm taking a group. Because every time you split, you get money. When you take a group, you pay. So I have to be careful when I split groups to not split it in such a way that it helps you out. But it might split it in a way that it helps me out. So this is, again, it's a sideways look at the I Split You Choose, but definitely fits in the category. And then the number 1 game in this category for me is, well, it's 2 different games, but they're the same game, just different themes, and that's Piece of Cake, or Piece of Cake, and New York Slice. Although there is a more modern version from Poland called Pizzeria, which I would love to get because it looks great. But in this game, it's either cake or pizza. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. And one person takes this 11-piece cake/pizza and splits it. And then everyone else takes some, you take last. And you score for the different slices you get. The pepperoni or whipped cream is worth points, but you're also trying to collect sets. New York Slice adds some other goals in it. It's the purest form of the I Split You Choose mechanism that's out there. It's simple and easy to play. The theming is fun. I mean, who doesn't like cake and pizza? These are just great games, and I have them in the Dice Tower library because I know that they're a lot of fun to pull out and try out. So that's my favorite I Split You Choose game. What's yours? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, though, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching the Dice Tower.